Everybody ready?
Yep. Let's go.
Lothra, Lothcat, Lothwolf, run. Pick a path, and all is done.
For Midwest Guys presents Star Wars Rebels HQ.
Continue to allow this war to be fought on the Empire's terms. You are going to lose.
All paths are coming together now.
As long as we're together, we've got a chance.
At least we'll go down fighting. Time to get to work.
Your TIE defender is at risk. Krennic has been quite persuasive about his own project, Stardust.
Ezra, it's not whether or not we fight.
It's how we choose to fight that matters. I know, Kanan.
We were meant to be Jedi so we could be here now when Lothal needs us most.
All the paths are coming together, right?
I'm just not sure if we're going to like where they lead.
But we never imagined it would end like this.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to For Midwest Guys Presents Star Wars Rebels HQ. Today we'll be doing our mid-season review for Season 4, and here to help me do that today is Mr. Brian Ankenbauer.
Hey, what's up,
What's going on, B?
Not much, man.
And my brother, Aaron.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. Okay guys, so the format I came up with is nothing super fancy here for this. I just wrote down some questions, and we'll go through them one by one, what we used to call quick fire questions that aren't so quick. And we'll just, let's get started. So my first question to you guys would be, how would you grade the first half of the season against, say, previous season's first half? So the first half of like Season 1, 2, and 3. How would you grade it? Aaron?
It might be comparable to the first season, but I feel like all the other seasons' first half were a lot more kind of fast-paced, more energetic, which is interesting because we've had more or less 2 episodes every week, with the exception of, this week's episode.
Really?
But for the most part, I've actually found it to be kind of a slow build.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had the opposite effect with it.
I've had a real hard time kind of getting into the season.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, I'm almost in the same boat. This last episode was the first episode that I really gave an A, to. I like the fact that we're getting these bigger episodes, but like the fact that they're counting them as 2 episodes, even though they're showing at the same time.
Right.
It just takes away from...
Well, that and sometimes they're still split up the same way they would have been otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, you have a bit of the cliffhanger thing from episode to episode still, and like it doesn't really have that continuous story feel.
Right. One thing I do like about this season, as opposed to the other seasons, has been the continuing storyline, as opposed to like we would get the filler episodes here and there of trying to tell backstories of so and so.
Yeah, we haven't had that.
We didn't get any of those, which they told us we weren't going to get any of those
right
originally. But I'm not as big of a fan of this season as I was maybe say last season.
Really, you like the first half of last season better?
I mean, I liked a lot of the to get us to the point of the mid-season cliffhanger. We were excited.
Yeah. Like I really dug the Bendu stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like we were excited. We're like, where are we gonna go with this? The one Vader, blah blah blah. We were so excited, and we get to this one, and it's just kind of, we're almost kind of like a Rogue One, where like the end of the movie happens, and you're just like, huh. Because we knew where it's going to end.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, the ending was like one of the best parts of the Rogue One.
Correct, but the ending was also a downer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they all die, but we do that.
And right, and that's what I'm saying. We already knew that, and that's what I kind of think we're doing in this season of Rebels. We all know where it's going to go. Okay. Essentially, we all know it's going to stop.
Right.
We all know it's basically going to stop at or near Rogue One.
Right.
And it doesn't have that same like. I don't think we've actually said, are we going to get Vader this season? The only thing we did bring up was the Emperor.
Yeah.
Who actually hasn't been in the series as far as I can recall.
Exactly. There's a lot of things that's just...
Okay.
For me, it hasn't been that memorable.
Really? Okay. I've actually had the opposite view. I've enjoyed this first half better than I think I've enjoyed the first half of any season so far. I like the wolf. I like the way they're throwing in the force, and through that, it's a different way of doing it. It's not like a big bad, but they're throwing the force in a completely different way. Other than the first 2 episodes of the Mando arc, I guess. I like the serial feel of it and the flow to it, and how there isn't any really filler episodes or squale episodes or.
I feel like the season could use a squale.
I know you guys love squales, but they're really, to me, I've really loved this continuing story. Literally, even though they're giving it to us in hour chunks for the most part until now, it's really been a serial flow, and I love that. Yeah, it
doesn't have the high-low thing.
No, there's no well, now we're going to go off here for a while. No, it's one storyline straight through. I like how they keep throwing us the Rogue One stuff too. So I don't know. I've just had the opposite feel, I guess, for it. All right. My next question was, did you guys like the serial flow more? I think we already pretty much covered that. So next question, do you think we are done with the Mando storyline?
Yep.
Think so? 100%?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I think we might be done with it for this series. I think they might go back into it at a later point in time for a different cartoon or a different show or something.
Okay.
The only other thing that I can see happening would be them bring in the Mandos later in like some kind of big battle for the season.
Okay.
Where
like a finale sort of thing.
Yeah, like on the a finale where all of the rebellions are going against the Empire kind of thing. So you have them in a battle with Thrawn, and the Mandos show up. Kind of like we just saw him with his second wave.
Yeah.
The Mandos come in as the second
wave for the Rebels.
Maybe something like that.
Okay. I can see that. I'm in agreement, other than what you just mentioned, Brian. I think as far as the actual being on Mandalore, I think is done, unfortunately. I would like to see more of it, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Have you guys enjoyed the return of the older characters? We had Mart in this one. We've had Jai. We've had Scaris, we've had the other pilot turned bartender. They've been really throwing a lot of people full circle.
Honestly, most of them are characters I forgot about.
I'm in the same boat.
So I'm neutral to it. It's cool little like tidbit. It's just one of those aspects I completely forgot about. So it's like afterwards, like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not aware of any of these former characters until you say, that's so and so from this blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then sometimes they reference them like, oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh yeah. But as we're watching, if they don't mention it, I'm not paying attention.
You're not picking up. Yeah. Okay. I have enjoyed it because I've been picking up on the Easter eggs, but that's just me. Do you like the use of the Force through the animals, aka the Lothwolves?
Yeah, I actually think that's kind of a cool little tidbit, and it's a different way of like showing it. Like in the same way, I kind of like how the Lasats have a different interpretation of the Force and different use of it. Mm-hmm. Like I like the fact that Lothal clearly does as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think it really adds to the mythology of the universe as a whole. That is not a unified interpretation of the Force.
It's not just the Sith. It's not just the Jedi. It's other things. Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that we're getting a different aspect of it. I'm not so keen on the fact that the wolves can't speak.
Well, I mean, he says Doom.
That's what I mean. Like.
Yeah. He's got like Pokemon level vocabulary.
Yeah, like even if he could only speak like syllable, like one syllable words that he could just growl out more so than just like doom, because he did say sleep.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah,
right. So he did say sleep. He did say
two
doom.
words.
He's got 2 words, but like I would think it would be a little bit better if he could get stuff out like come, like follow me. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. I think would have added to it for me, because right now it's just like, dude, all you keep saying is doom, and it's like, even if you got like a vision, like a Force vision from him, just show Kanan what he's talking about, like, and then Kanan's like, I see what you're saying. Like even if it's like a quick like, a pan of the city, or
like, he's not even got like facial hands or like facial expressions or hand moves to like try to suggest what he's saying.
Yes.
It's just doom.
Yeah, it's just doom.
For Force visions with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I buy that. already answered a little bit, but yeah, I love the Loth Wolves. I love the Loth Cat. I like the
Loth Cat's really cute.
I love the idea of force spirit animal guides and all that extra
force sensitive animals.
Yeah, I like the idea of the force portal, even, so I like it all. What do you think is the big sinister thing the Empire's doing on Lothal?
No, I think we covered that in the last podcast when we talked about, it's more than likely something that does have to do with the Jedi. It could very well just be the crystal.
Okay.
Right, the Kyber crystal?
Kyber crystals.
Yeah, because once you get to Rogue One, that's essentially why they're destroying Jedi as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it could be Kyber crystals. I think there's something bigger, though, there, and I'm not sure exactly what yet.
You could make the argument it could be the Empire hunting like old Jedi relics, but there's nothing that suggested that so far.
They've already kind of ransacked the old Jedi temple, so I don't know. There's definitely something else going on there, and I can't wait to find out. And I'm pretty sure they're going to tell us, so we'll see.
It'd be weird if they didn't.
If he doesn't, I'm going to be awfully upset. Do you like the idea of exploring Kanan's backstory, like the Caleb Doom thing here lately?
I'm not against it.
Do you call it exploring? Because all we've really found out is what his name was.
Well, I got a feeling we're going to find out more, but
I mean, if we get more, then I'm all for it, because I like getting that backstory on people. We've gotten backstories on like
everybody else,
right? I kind of like that, but like as of right now, all we're getting is his name, and I'm like I said, this is getting kind of old. Okay, Doom, I get it.
Okay,
that was his name, but give us something else, even if it's just a flashback of him as a kid.
Yeah,
give us something.
I really love the idea of exploring Kanan more, because we're deep. Obviously, Ezra, Sabine, even Zeb had a small arc. We're learning about Hera now, or we've learned about Hera's backstory even, but we've never really known anything about Kanan.
Do you find it weird that essentially we're waiting till the last season to do the backstory for Kanan, though?
No, because apparently I think it ties into how it all ends. So I think they've done that on purpose.
Okay.
So that's just a guess, but yeah. Will Hera and Kanan ever see each other again? I know we talked about this last podcast too, but it's a review. So, Brian?
I think so. But I think it's going to be one of those that they're going to see each other for the last little bit. You know what I mean? And then something's critical is going to happen, and Kanan will die in the arms of Hera, which will cause Hera to go off to be, vengeance for Kanan. We'll do this in the honor of him, kind of thing.
Okay. Aaron?
Yeah, I think Hera's clearly being captured, alive, and might even be interrogated by Thrawn himself. So I think that gives a good opportunity for Kanan to actually have somewhat of a rescue mission if he wants to go about it. So go off in the wilderness, raise up a Squale army.
Squale army? Of course.
Kick some ass.
Squale army with Loth Wolves?
Loth Wolves and Squales and Loth Cat army. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they will too. Although, kind of like you, Brian, I think it'll be very brief. We'll see. I think it's going to be, I doubt it'll be very long. If it is, I'll be happy. But it's turning into a tragedy, if you ask me. And speaking of tragedies, percentage that what you guys think percentages that Kanan does not survive the end of the series? Aaron,
about 60-65.
60-65 he dies. What do you think, Brian?
I'm at like that 85 to 92 range.
Yeah, I'm actually higher. I'm at 99.9 right now. I just don't see how he survives. I really don't.
Well, like I said, the only thing I can see happening is that he goes with the Loth Wolves at some point to that alternate dimension or plateau or plane of existence. Yep. And that's how he leaves the show.
Transcends. Yeah. I agree.
He's just spirited away, essentially.
Kinda.
Yeah. That's very possible. Which I wouldn't be opposed to, I don't think.
He's continuing his Jedi training in a different plane of existence.
Well, it would be cool.
Follows the rest of the Dooms.
And I'll be honest, I don't think Filoni likes killing off his characters. I really don't. Ahsoka's a big part of that. Which I think we'll find out more about too. Where do you want the second half to go? So let's kind of switch tracks looking forward. So when I say that, let's break it up in two parts. What do you want more of, and what do you want less of, Brian?
I would like more of the ship battles.
Okay.
I would like more of lightsaber stuff,
Okay.
and I would like it to go towards my prediction of Ezra and Hera being in Episode 8. I would like less, a lot less, of the idiotic Empire, like Thrawn's lackeys, if you will. I would like much less of that.
So less Price.
Yeah, because I really enjoy the strategery of Thrawn and those kind of battle scenes and stuff, and just seeing his mind work and how he's always trying to be one step ahead of him. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't like the whole his assassin's horrible. His first in command is horrible. It just feels like it's like, wow. I mean, really honestly, how did the rebels not win?
Well,
you know what I mean?
He certainly has a good habit of killing the ones off that he doesn't like. But yeah, copy. Aaron, what would you like more of, and what would you like to see less of going forward?
I really dig the mythological stuff, the kind of building on the Force concepts. So I'm actually really hopeful that it'll actually build on that a lot more, and I think it will.
Yep.
So I'm not too disappointed with where that's going. In terms of the show's ending, I actually kind of hope they do Rogue One. I hope they make it as depressing as possible. That sounds
you want to kill everybody off?
I mean, maybe not everyone, but well,
obviously not everybody. But
you can go Red Wedding on this. You can kill off most of the people.
Yeah.
You can make it full, just as much of a buzzkill as possible, because that just sounds fascinating to me. That probably won't happen. Yeah. I'm not expecting it. It just sounds fun.
Okay, and is there anything you want to see less of going forward?
No, it usually has a pretty good balance of it. We're clearly going to a more serialistic aspect of it, so we're probably not going to have too much robot singing in space with random episodes.
God, I hope not.
So I'm not too concerned about the random kind of one-off episodes that are just kind of fillers.
Right.
But I mean, I'm generally interested to see what they do with Thrawn and Kanan and where they kind of move into it. If they go more into kind of a Force storyline, that's cool with me. But I'm also okay if they continue the more militaristic Greater Rebellion storyline as well. So
yeah, I would like to see definitely more of the Force. I want to see more Kanan backstory. I want to see Ezra involved. I want to see. I want to obviously understand what the Loth Wolf is. I want to see Ahsoka. I want to see a lot. I want to be very heavily Force driven. I also want to see the military side of it too. I want to see more action. I would love to see more X-wing battles and more. I don't think we're going to get a lot, but I would like to see more things of that. A lot more.
Probably have at least one.
Probably, but I'd like to see a little bit more action. I want to, I want to see some obviously good character endings, no matter how it happens, whether it's depressing or not depressing. But I want to see their story wrapped up well, so that it's got a good ending. What I want to see less of, I guess I know the Crawler Commander and the Crawler is going to come into play, I'm sure, and that's why they did the episode. But I'd like to see maybe less of those kind of episodes. So yeah. Okay, so there are 7 episodes left, which is basically 3.5 hours. Actually, less than that because they're only 22-minute episodes. Do you think they can end the series with just that?
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. You think they can effectively do it?
It may not be every single thing wrapped up.
Yeah.
It might end in some way similar to the Clone Wars, where you do still have some loose strands here and there.
Yeah.
And it might not be an ending that everyone's happy with, but you can definitely end it in that time frame.
Okay, Brian, what do you think? Do you think that's enough time?
Oh, I mean, for me, no.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't want this. I really would have preferred this to go a whole another season after this.
Yeah, I would have too.
But yeah, I don't. I can see them. They've already managed to push it down this far. I believe they can finish in that many episodes. Would I like them to? No, I like them to go much farther. But obviously, we're only going to get so much.
Right. Follow-up question: should there be a 2-hour season, TV finale, TV movie kind of thing to it?
What,
2 hours?
In addition to,
the very last episode is 2 hours, straight up 2-hour grand finale.
Are you telling me, or you're asking me if we want that?
Asking.
No.
No.
Nope. I don't want a 2-hour season finale.
No.
I would be, these episodes are 22 minutes apiece.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with like an hour and a half.
Be like 4 or 5 episodes. So you'd have
like
two more episodes than the season finale.
Like 2 hours with the way this story's told.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be almost too much to sit down and watch at once.
You think? Because I'm always about,
But I think an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think an hour and a half would be good because I mean you're getting that's hour and a half is what
90 minutes.
5 episodes.
Hour and a half would be 3 episodes.
Huh? Aren't they 20 minutes apiece?
22 minutes. So I mean, if you
So
go
you get
down
3 for an hour. So 4.5 episodes.
Yeah.
I think you could finish it in 4.5 episodes. I could make a finale of 4.5 episodes.
Yeah.
I think if you start going more than that,
Yeah.
I don't know. Although you make it 2 hours, then you could sell it and you could possibly show it in the movie theater.
Yeah, I would actually do that.
You know what I mean? Like you could actually legitimately say, we're gonna put this in the theater, the finale in the theater for 2 hours. It's only gonna be up there for a couple weeks, and then we'll show it on Disney.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that. I would actually
You
go
like
to the
market
theater.
it that way?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I would
Maybe
love
same
to
way
see
you like
Rebels
Cartoon
on the
Network,
big
see
screen.
what
That would be
happens.
sweet.
Yep. I wouldn't mind doing that. I
As
would
lo-
like to do that.
As long as they format it as an actual movie,
Correct.
then yes.
Like kind of like the G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah. All right, moving on. When, if at all, will we see Ahsoka? And if we do, what role will she play, Aaron?
No idea. I don't know if she'll be in the series or in a different spin-off or whatever. So
Okay.
it could go either way.
Okay, Brian?
I think we see Ahsoka second to last episode.
Okay.
And I think that at that point, Ezra and Kanan have split.
Okay.
Because I think Kanan is off trying to save Hera or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and Ezra's fighting the battle on Lothal. I think Ahsoka shows up.
Yeah.
Ahsoka senses something's wrong with Kanan,
Mm-hmm.
takes Ezra into the Grey Jedi area, and that's how he makes his way into Episode 8.
Okay.
Being kind of trained by Ahsoka in the whole Grey
Jedi.
area.
Okay. I think we will.
Was that detailed enough?
Yes, that was perfect. I think we will. I think she comes back more as a Force wielder, like in the Mortis arc, than as an actual live person. How that plays into the Kanan Ezra deal, I don't know.
Would she be on this plane, or would she be on that alternate plane?
She'd be on the alternate plane, but she may end up giving advice to Ezra along the way with that. That would just be my guess.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll see her directly involved again. Next question, what do you guys think about will we see Vader or maybe the Emperor in these last few episodes?
Oh God, I hope so.
I mean, you might see Vader, but I don't see a reason for seeing the Emperor at this point.
I think it would be badass if instead of Vader, because Vader's going to be in Rogue One chasing Princess Leia, if you see the Emperor out chasing the rebels at the end because you don't see him in A New Hope. So make him the...
I think it would be cool to see both in this.
Yeah.
Because I think we need more of what we saw in Rogue One of Vader. And you see that just total dismantling of armies with Vader and his force-wielding abilities. I think we need that.
You just want the Emperor to go all space lightning and just like wipe out an entire like.
No, I want Vader to do that. I don't want. The Emperor, to me, the Emperor, he was so mysterious through the first that even if we just get a glimpse of the bottom of his robe, like it's like a shot from behind his throne or whatever.
Yeah.
At Vader.
I mean,
you know what I mean, and you can hear his voice.
Yeah, like
and
they've done so far.
Hear him tell Vader, go, go take care of these rebels or whatever.
I mean, I can see that argument at one point.
That's all I need. I don't need to see the Emperor, but I would like to see more Vader, like we did in the end of Rogue One.
Right, being the masochist Vader.
Yep, because it would just add to that ruthlessness that we were told
that he was.
Yes.
See, I think because of Rogue One in the timeline, and running into A New Hope, I don't think we'll see Vader again, unfortunately. I do think, however, because we don't see the Emperor in Episode 4, where the hell is he? I don't think he's on Coruscant the whole time. I think he may be distracted maybe by what's going on in Lothal. But then again, we have Thrawn as the main bad guy, so I'd say it's only maybe a 30% chance, but if one of them does show up, I think it would be the Emperor. All right, so let's see. Will we see how Saul Guerrero gets hurt? Yes or no? Sure.
No, I don't think we will. But I do think we will hear about it.
Okay.
I do think that we will. So, I think what we'll. Here's my hope.
Okay.
How Saul gets hurt is Saul is trying to be that no shit rebel, just beating ass kind of thing, right?
Right.
And he gets taken out by Vader.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how they bring Vader into this episode.
Okay.
And him and his two tubes barely escape with their life.
Okay.
And that's how he ends up the way he is.
The way is because he's destroyed by Vader.
Right.
That'd be cool.
And that's because, and I think that word will get back to them, and that's how we find out that it's happened. Mm-hmm. But we won't actually see it physically happen. But we'll see it. Maybe we'll see his battalion or whatever get attacked by Vader and everything, and or maybe we'll see it. I don't know.
I would like to see that. If it was Saul, I would love to see Saul versus Vader. That would be some serious shit. How do you think they will end the series with when it comes to Thrawn, Aaron?
I think you'll probably see Thrawn survive, but maybe defeated or held back. Mm-hmm. It could be a mixed victory sort of thing. It could be maybe they survive in one way, but they didn't necessarily accomplish the full goals of the rebellion on Lothal. Okay. So generally, he might have a mixed victory in that as well. Like, he might have accomplished the greater mission, but let the rebels get away, and then it's just on to the next planet for next Thrawn. Mission or whatever.
Okay. Brian, what do you think about Thrawn?
I think, actually, that... I like how I have all these ideas all of a sudden now that you're asking these questions. Yeah. I think that Thrawn, being the master, loves the art of war, right? Mm-hmm. I think that he gets disheartened by Stardust.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right, because it's a mass destruction.
It's a mass destruction. There's no art to it. There's nothing.
Right.
And he just leaves
the Empire.
And we see him go off. Just completely he's done with the Empire.
Right.
And he leaves because this isn't about the art of war anymore, or honor.
Yeah.
And he's just done.
That'd be a pretty cool ending.
Because that would leave it open for him later on to come down the line
with
Snoke or anybody else, because they would be, with the art of war or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I do, and that would be why we don't see him in the rest of it.
Right. I like that idea. I really like that idea. I've been trying to figure this one out because only from the Bendu prophecy, which is, I see your cold embrace by many arms, and I can't decipher that one just yet. I don't know if that means like a ton of betrayal, and somehow that's how he's betrayed, and what that means, and it's by his own. Thing he's fighting for is the Empire is the one that that does. I don't think he dies. I think he's too big of a character to kill off in Rebels, but
I don't know. He's not in Rogue One.
No, but
so that means he's done.
Or he's just off somewhere else. It's a big galaxy, but I don't know. I can't.
What if he happens to be on one of the planets that Order 13 was called on when it blows up?
Well, I mean, the only planet that blows up is Alderaan. So unless they ship him off to you mean the city, Jeddah?
Didn't that planet go kablooey?
They just blew up the city and the surrounding area.
You sure?
Yeah.
Maybe he's near a city. They get blown.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like maybe it's something like that where he's caught in the line of fire.
Maybe he's caught in the zombie apocalypse.
Like maybe he's caught by. Maybe he's caught on a planet chasing something or whatever, and he gets stunned by not like stunned, but like stunned by the fact that he sees the Bendu show up, and he's just stunned and he stops.
Yeah.
And that's when it happens. I don't know.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure out that many arms thing, and I can't wrap my mind around it yet. I'll keep. So right now, I'm just gonna say I don't know.
Embraced by a kraken.
A kraken. That'd be hilarious. All right. Real quick, percentage that Sabine survives from 0 to 100%. 100% she survives. 0% she doesn't.
Sabine?
Yeah.
Like 85-90.
85-90. Brian?
I'm on the opposite side. I think it's like going to be 20-25.
20-25? I'm going to say 50-50. I'm not sure. Percentage Zeb survives. Brian?
Zeb?
Zeb.
I'm going to go the same way.
Okay, 20-25%?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's probably only about a 35% chance he survives because he's kind of the muscle.
Yeah.
Aaron?
I would drop down to like 60-70.
60-70, so you're going up that he survives or going down?
I think he has a 60-70% chance of surviving.
Surviving?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're better off. All right, percentage on Ezra?
100%.
100% he survives.
He's in episode 8.
He's in episode 8? All right. Brian's convinced. Aaron?
I don't know. I'd give it about 80%.
Yeah, I don't think Filoni wants to kill him off, so I'm going to go 90% that he survives. Pretty sure. If not, it'd be a hell of a twist. Will there be any episode 8 tie-ins? We know what Brian thinks. Any other ones other than Ezra?
Now, do you are you saying in episode 8 there'll be tie-ins, or there'll be tie-ins to episode 8 in Rebels?
Let's say just in episode 8. Do you think there'll be tie-ins?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We know about any other than Ezra. Do you think there'll be any more?
I think the easiest one would be Chopper, like other than Ezra.
Okay.
Because he's droid.
Right.
And maybe Hera, depending on how she ages, because we're not quite sure how
Not
she
quite
ages.
sure. I have to look that one up.
Maybe Hera.
If you guys know out there, send us an email at 4midwestguys@gmail.com. How long does a Twi'lek survive or live?
What is the lifespan of your average Twi'lek?
But that would be it as far as like
tie-ins.
Tie-ins that we know of. I mean, like, because like obviously they could put Luke in here.
Depending on what they do with Ahsoka, they could put Ahsoka.
You know what I mean? Like they could. There are characters that could carry over.
Yeah.
We could at the very end of Rebels here. We could actually see. What's the Maz?
Maz Kanata, yeah, she's been around for a long time.
Yeah, that actually would make sense.
You know, we could possibly see somebody like her in this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, there could be times.
Okay, Aaron, what do you think?
I think you have a good chance of having Easter eggs in like episode 8. I don't know if I'd have anything that's like directly referencing the story.
Yeah,
or interfering with the story.
I think the Del Toro is Ezra is probably about 65% possible. So, yeah, I think that is a possibility. I think you could, now that you guys keep talking about Hera, it's possible, I guess. And
you're the one who told us that she just was on Endor.
Right, that's what I mean. So based on that,
that's the only reason why I changed my tune about it, because I was like, I thought maybe she'd die and...
Yeah, well, if Forces of Destiny is canon, I have to look that up too. I'm sure it is.
I thought everything they made now is canon.
That's what it's supposed to be, but you never know.
Even the video games.
So, but yeah, other than that, I think that would be about it. Unless the ghost shows up, maybe the ship survives or something with Hera in it. That'd be cool. All right, final question: favorite moment so far in the first half of season for Aaron?
There's actually not really one that comes to mind.
Okay, you can't. Nothing that you liked the most out of everything so far.
No, not really. Like, I mean, there's been some cool moments here and there. Like, we can definitely reference like kind of the Hera fight scene with Rook or like the wolf stuff. But like, there's nothing that's like super awesome. Okay,
for me, it's definitely the wolf and the Force portal. That's mine, Brian.
Mine would be like a combination of all the. Like the battle scenes, like the ship battle scenes.
Yeah, the X-wing.
Yeah, like the X-wings and stuff like that. And like Aaron mentioned, it's funny we keep bringing it back to toys, but that's kind of what I see when I'm watching these. So I think that the toy aspect of it for me, so all the battle scenes in space that, you know, I could see my hand underneath that X-wing doing that kind of maneuver out in the front yard with, you know, my next door neighbor playing that kind of stuff.
Right.
That, and then I really like all the lightsaber stuff that we get to see.
Right.
We haven't actually seen a whole bunch this time through. But definitely the battleship scenes.
Yeah.
The space battleships, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. All right, so real quick, where can you find 4 Midwest Guys? If you like this podcast, you can go to type in the number 4, type in MidwestGuysAltogether.com. Again, that's the number 4 MidwestGuys.com. One more time, the number 4 MidwestGuys.com. It's your one-stop shop. We have links there to our iTunes, to our Twitter, to our Facebook, to our Podbean account. You can follow, like, and subscribe there. You can also see every podcast we have there in chronological order. If you just like one particular podcast, there are links at the top to categorize it for you. Like this one would be Star Wars Rebels. If you like Game of Thrones, there's the Night's Watch, or there's the House of Xanardelli. There's 2 of those. Or if you want to say Marvel DC Kings, you click that. It's all categorized for you there as well.
Or binge watch.
Yes, absolutely. That's that would be our...
I think Stephanie and John just did the
Stranger Things.
Yeah, so we got that up there too for Stranger Things Season 2.
Season 2 from the House of Xanardelli, their review. So hopefully maybe eventually we'll get around to it, the rest of it for Season 2 of that for us as well. I'd like to do that. So Brian, I know there's social media. You're big on that right now with
Yeah. I mean, we got our Twitters up there at AnkZone, at BWilly1978.
77.
That's what I said, 77.
Right.
We got, I put up on Periscope when we were doing something a little bit earlier, so you can see a little behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yep.
I'll probably try to put a little more of that up every once in a while. Instagram, I should have looked it up before we started this podcast, but we got Instagram stuff.
It's all right, we'll get there.
Putting that kind of stuff up there. I put links to the pictures on the Twitter feed. But that's more behind-the-scenes stuff for you. So I'm trying to expand our, let you into our universe here at 4 Midwest Guys.
Yeah, a little behind-the-scenes action, if you will. And we'll hopefully have a new actual official studio area eventually after the first of the year, I'm hoping. So got all kinds of good stuff coming down the pike. So, but anyway. All right, well, Brian, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. And Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
And this is B. Willie saying, may the force be with you.